All right, folks, we'll get started in 1 minute. Just a quick show of hands. How many of you have worked with Bing Maps APIs already? A couple of you, but most of you are new to Bing Maps APIs. Is that fair assumption? All right, because I do start off with a quick overview of the platform before we get into the what's new, because it's not much fun to know what's new if you don't know what about the base platform. So I'll start there. Is it 8:55? Yeah, all right. Well, let's hit it then. So here's the quick platform overview that I mentioned. We've been doing mapping at Microsoft for over 2 decades. It's really been started in like '98 with TerraServer. It was the first aerial imagery online, first satellite imagery. And from there it went into MapPoint Web Service. Those of you that have been with us for a while may have used our mapping products with a whole slew of names, from live search and now all the way up to Bing Maps. We work in over 150 countries, and we've got really good global support, tech support. Excuse me. When I talk about the platform, it's really made up of 2 things. We've got REST APIs and our JavaScript map control. Most of what we're going to talk about today is the new REST APIs that have been coming out, but I will show you the map control, and if you want to stop by our booth, we've been doing a lot of demos with the map control, and we go into it more there, but I won't have too much time for that today. Here's a quick look at it. These are some of my favorite features in the map control. Everything that you would expect from being able to switch into aerial imagery, bird's eye imagery, of course, and our vector map style, custom map styles, and we just released a custom map style editor, which I'm going to show you in one moment. Clustering, really good support now that we added this year for KML and GeoRSS. So if you've got data in industry standard formats, it's really easy with just 2 lines of code to bring it in as a map layer. Here's the map style sheet, that editor that I just mentioned. It's in the Windows 10 store, so if you've got a Windows 10 device, go check it out. The name does not start with Bing, so it's Map Style Sheet Editor. I was actually searching for it the other day, and I couldn't find it because the search was horrible, and I was typing Bing Map Editor, something like that. I had to actually say Map Style Sheet Editor. It's really nice. It's interactive. You can make maps as ugly as you want or as beautiful as you want. People use this to match their website colors, corporate colors. You might want a daytime, nighttime map. Real easy to do. Here's a few samples. And basically the style that you export out of the editor, and you've got some really ugly ones coming up here, admittedly. The style that you export works with any of our map controls, so you can use that with our JavaScript map control, our Windows 10 map control as well. And that's basically what it kicks out. And it's that easy in your code. This will be created for you, and you instantiate that style, and then when you load up the map, you just reference that style, and you've got your look and feel. All of our tiles are rendered on the fly with your styling. So on to some new APIs. We just had a question about route optimization. So of course we've had a routing API out for a long time. You can pass in up to 25 waypoints to the API, and you would get directions back in the order that the waypoints were passed in. Now we've got a new optimize parameter, and with that it will basically reorder the points. And you can see here, the before and after. Obviously this route is not optimal for hitting those 25 points. But you're going to save about 20 minutes of driving after that request. So you can pass in the same up to 25 waypoints, and it's real simple. There are some other APIs that we're going to release later this year that get more into solving the traveling salesman problem. It'll support things like time windows. So you may have 12 of these points that you're passing in, might be freeform. It doesn't matter when your driver gets there, but let's say you're doing some fleet optimization. These 2 stops might have very specific time windows that you need to be there. You'll be able to pass that in as well. So watch for that API later this year, but this is out right now. We have a new API that we're announcing here at Ignite. That's the local search API. Now, of course, Bing has really great local business data. If you go to our Maps website, or if you just go to bing.com and you're doing local searches, you know that we aggregate data worldwide from data providers around the globe. Even in one country, we'll take business listings from multiple sources and merge them together. So Bing has long had some really great location business data, but now we're finally exposing it through an API. We're a little bit late here, unfortunately. Like, why did it take us so long to get local search out? But we went like gangbusters now that it is out. It's a really great API, easy to use. I'm going to show you a couple demos with it in a moment. You can search by business name, category, or just free text, and you'll have access to all of the great business data that you see on Bing's website. It's a great feature if you're doing any kind of traditional local search. But what we've been showing at the booth and telling customers about is there's a lot more you can do once you have access to this data. Think of how many applications, analytics, retail site selection, things like that you might not think of. If you want to open a car wash and you're trying to figure out where should my next car wash be opened, this data makes for a great tool in that analytics system. So you could see where your competitors' car washes are, where your car washes are, where complementary businesses are, and then you can do some what-if analysis using, say, a drive time isochrone, which is another one of our APIs that came out this year. With a drive time isochrone, you can now filter down those results to just the ones that are within a certain amount of driving minutes. So what we're seeing here in this map, we did a query for pizza places within 4 kilometers, which is this black circle, but we said, I just want to see the ones highlighted that are within a 5-minute drive time of this particular address. The isochrone is created, and then you can use that shape to do spatial filtering. Another new API, this one was kind of soft launched a couple months back at Inspire, but it's now in production. It's our location recognition API. This also leverages Bing's business listings, and what it does is it allows you to pass in a coordinate that you might get from a GPS device, or you've just geocoded an address. You pass in a lat-long coordinate, and we'll tell you everything about that, that we know about that coordinate. It's commonly known in the industry as reverse geocoding, forward geocoding, or just geocoding is when you pass in some text and we give you back a coordinate. We certainly have great APIs worldwide for doing that. But here we're going in the other direction. You're passing in a coordinate, and we'll tell you everything about it in 4 categories. We'll tell you any businesses that are at that location, in this case, Duke's Seafood Chowder. What natural points of interest are there, if any? In this case, it happens to be Alki Beach and Elliott Bay. The address of the location, including cross streets, and what the property type is. And today that's limited to commercial or residential, but we're going to be adding some other designations there as well. So this is a relatively new API, also leveraging Bing's business data. Here's a few use cases for it. Cortana is using this in the digital memory application. So as you're going around, possibly on holiday with Cortana, it's remembering all of the places that you were at, but now can put together this nice photo album by reverse geocoding some key locations where you stopped and finding out, well, what was there? Was it a historic landmark? Was it a business, et cetera? And it uses that to create this nice experience. A couple other use cases, some coming from within Microsoft. You may be familiar with the SwiftKey keyboard on Android. And you can see that what they're starting to do, I believe this is in beta, but it is coming out more broadly, is as you're typing and you're saying something like, hey, I'm at the location summit, they will detect that you're typing something about location. They'll grab the GPS coordinate from your phone and then ask the location recognition API, okay, what are the possible things that are here? The user selects one, it can be inserted right into the message. MileIQ, the business travel application acquired by Microsoft a couple of years ago, they're using it for trip labeling. So instead of saying, oh, your trip was on this particular date, it makes a lot more sense if they can tell you the start and end point. It'll be easier for you to remember what that trip was. And of course, Bing.com uses this API all over the place. Another new API is AutoSuggest, a REST API for basically completing partial queries. And you've seen this all over the web, where now I can start typing MASS and we'll start giving you suggestions for that. And those suggestions can be hinted with location. So if we know that you're in Dallas, Texas, for instance, while you're in this session, if you start to type Paris, instead of featuring Paris, Texas, or Paris, France, Paris, Texas may bubble up in the results and get some favorability. There's 3 types of entities that can get returned by this API: addresses, points of interest, and businesses. And we should point out that that location that you're seeding it with is it's a suggestion. It helps the algorithm weigh things out, but your suggestions that come back will not be restricted to that area, which is important to note. So it helps in the ranking of results. Maximum of 10 entities will come back with each keystroke. And one other thing that I'll mention with this API, if you're familiar with our platform and you know that our billing takes place on a per transaction basis, for this API, it's actually a really good exception in your favor because you would be calling it a lot for each keystroke. We only charge 1/10 of a transaction per API call. So you're basically getting 10 API calls, which makes up about an average session for the cost of one transaction. So obvious scenarios for this one is to help you when you're on a site that needs to do local search and I'm typing 230 Bell and it's filling in 230 Belmont. Everything that would be nearby ranked based on where I am at the time I'm doing that query. So here I was in Seattle, so I'm going to get the Seattle choices first, but then it'll fan out into Mount Vernon and Oregon as well in that case. Form fill is another popular use of this. If I'm typing in an address in one field, when we return the suggestions, we're returning all of the fields broken out. So as soon as the user selects one, you can now do an automatic form fill for them. There's 4 other APIs that some of these I've mentioned already. These were released over the last 12 months or so. I'm going to skip over these pretty quickly because I have another session coming up later in the day at 2 o'clock, and it's going to focus on fleet management and mobile workforce. And these APIs together make up a really powerful component of any mobile workforce solution. So I'll just cover them real quick. Truck routing. Of course, car routing we've had forever. Truck routing is no different, except for the fact that you can pass in attributes about the vehicle that you're getting directions for. So a 10-foot bucket truck can't go under a 9-foot bridge. That's a perfect example. This API lets you pass in 20 attributes defining your vehicle, what it's hauling, does it have hazardous materials, does it have a tight turning radius, et cetera, and we'll give you back a route optimized for that vehicle. Isochrone, we talked about. There's a million use cases for isochrones. It's one of my favorite new features that we've launched this year. The obvious one we talked about already, which is filtering spatial queries based on a drive time. And of course that drive time, this shape will change throughout the day because we consider real-time traffic and historic traffic. So when you call the isochrone API, this shape is going to be a lot different that you get back at 9 a.m. in Seattle than it would be at, say, 2 p.m. when the traffic has died down. So filtering spatial queries is one good use case, and we'll look at what one of our customers is doing with that in a moment. But also think of scenarios like geofencing. If I'm doing vehicle tracking, I want to know when a vehicle is within a 10-minute drive of a warehouse location, this is a great API for that. Distance matrix, think of this as many-to-many routing, solves very complex logistics problems. If I have 5 warehouse locations that need to deliver every day to 150 supermarkets, this is a great API for figuring out how do I load balance between those warehouse locations. I can pass in a grid of 5 sources and 150 destinations, and I'll get back in that matrix the drive time and drive distance for all of those, and I can use that to solve a very advanced and complex variation of the traveling salesman problem. And then there's the Snap to Road API, which does exactly what its name implies. You can pass in some coarse GPS data and will intelligently snap it onto the road network, interpolating between the points. So if these are of interest to you, definitely come to the session at 2 o'clock. We're going to spend a lot more time learning about these. And now I wanted to get into some real world use cases. What are our customers doing with this? And this might give you guys some ideas for cool things to be doing in your applications as well. I'm going to start with the most basic of applications. It's the store locator. These are all over the web, of course, and we provide great tools for you to create locator applications. Of course, we have real-time query APIs and our map control, but in addition, we have what we call our spatial data services. And among the capabilities of our spatial data services is batch geocoding. So if you've got a whole bunch of locations, you've got maybe 10,000 hotel locations that you want to get on the map, you don't know their latitude, longitude, but you know their street addresses. You can upload, we'll see it on the next slide here. Well, this just gives an overview of the other spatial data services. But here we talk about how you can upload your file in any of these formats, whether it was a CSV file or maybe a geospatial file format, like a shape file or KML file, and we'll geocode it for you, and then you can download it. So it's a quick way to get all of your records geocoded and ready for a locator type of application. Additionally, in addition to letting you download that file, you can keep it stored in our private cloud, and you can then do fancy spatial queries against your private data source, and I'll show you that on the next slide. So this is what, once you've uploaded and geocoded your data, you would do a query very, very similar to this, where you would just substitute in your data sources, query URL, set your options, and then you can do all kinds of advanced querying, not just the basics of find within a bounding box or find within a radius. You could also do more advanced things like find along a route. So if I have a route going from Seattle to Portland, and I want to find all of my locations that are within a 1 mile buffer around that, imagine a sausage shape around that route, and now being able to limit your search results to what's within that shape. The same API would support you with that query scenario. LinkedIn is now using our isochrone feature for commute time queries. So we talked earlier about being able to calculate a drive time and filter results. So imagine if you're hunting for a job and you know you've put in all of your search criteria. Now you want to be able to say, well, I don't want to commute more than 40 minutes each day, and my commute happens at 9 a.m. or between 8 and 9 a.m. They'll use the isochrone feature to create your drive time buffer around your house and then bang it up against their database of job listings along with your other criteria to limit the results to just the ones that are near you. And you see an example of that here. A lot of job listings before, or real estate listings if you were going the other way, and now we're just filtering out the ones that are within your commute time. Very useful when you've got things like bodies of water in Seattle where a crow fly's distance is really misleading. If you're looking for jobs within 10 miles, that's really misleading when you're going across a lake and it's going to take you 20 minutes to drive, 20 extra minutes to drive around that lake. And this shows you how to create your drive time isochrone. So another very simple REST API. So here we're starting with the base URL. We're adding the lat long over here. We're telling it how many minutes, and we're defining the mode of transportation. That could be walking, driving or even taking public transit. And you can also pass in a timestamp, which I'm not showing here. If you do pass in the timestamp, then we'll weigh in the historic traffic at that time, and that gives you your polygon back. Now, once you have that polygon, how would you use that to filter search results? We make that really super simple. Here in this first line of code, I'm just getting, I had a bunch of items on my map already, so I'm just getting a collection of those. Then I'm going to use our spatial math library to basically filter that and say, okay, I've got this polygon, give me just the push pins back or just the entities that are in that collection that intersect that polygon. And this line of code will do that. Now you can just iterate through them and do whatever you want, highlight them on a map or put them in a list, etc. And the last API that I wanted to show you how it works, we talked about it earlier, and we actually talked about this scenario, how SwiftKey is using the location recognition API, and I wanted to give you a quick peek at how that works. It's also a very simple REST API. You're passing in just a coordinate, and of course, you're always passing your Maps API key. And this is a look at the JSON that you get back, and you can see those 3 blocks of information broken out. I've got a business address and business info. I've got the address of the location. Maybe there's no business there, but I still have an address. And the third block would be the natural points of interest, if any occurred. But here it's at a parking lot near SeaTac Airport, so there's no natural points of interest broken out on that one. And the last scenario that I want to show you is vector overlay, drawing on top of the map. So Zillow uses this. Many of you probably use Zillow's website. They like Bing Maps for the bird's eye imagery and our street side imagery. What they're doing is vector overlay. So they've got all these property parcel boundaries. So how can you draw on the map? We'll show you a couple ways to do that. I talked earlier about being able to import industry standard file formats. So if you already have data in one of those file formats, like here we're seeing a KML file, it's just one line of code to pull that in. So if you had all of this data in that file, one line of code, now you've got a layer that you can access programmatically with that data in it. But you can also draw programmatically, and I'm going to show you that on this next slide. You can see here that I've drawn a highlight here using this code. So if you already have data with geo coordinates in it, it's really easy to draw polygons and other shapes and do things with them. They're not just cosmetic on the map, they're all interactive, and you can have eventing on each entity that you draw on the map as well. And I think I have one more. Yes, so traffic and clustering, pushpin clustering is a very popular and powerful feature. If you add a whole bunch of points to a map, it's going to get crowded. So if you add them to our clustering layer, we will roll them up for you. So as the user zooms in and zooms out, they'll be packed and unpacked automatically. Of course, you could write a lot of code to do that on your own, but we made it really simple by adding a clustering feature, clustering layer to the map. And you can see how it works here. I've added a bunch of push pins. Here I'm actually drawing how many points are within each. When I zoom in, they get unpacked and shown. And of course, they can all be customized and displayed any way you like. So with that, I'm going to jump to questions. I think I had one more, but I'm going to skip through it. Oh, there we go. So this is a great slide to leave up there for questions. So if you want to get started with Bing Maps APIs, really, this is the only URL that you need to note. Everything else is linked from there. Go to our Bing Maps portal. That's where you'll get links to documentation, lots of sample codes. Our interactive SDK is a great way to get started with the map control, where you can basically see every bit of functionality with a little miniature code snippet that you can cut and paste into your applications. So that's really the URL to remember to get started. And with that, I will open it up to some questions. And if you do have a question, I will pass the mic to you. Yeah, here we go.
Will Bing Maps be replaced by Azure Maps?
No, it's a really good question. So you've probably seen that we have 2 products now at Microsoft for mapping, Bing Maps and Azure Maps. And they're actually, sorry, I think we're getting a little feedback. Let me turn that down. They're actually using, and we get You get a prize for asking a question as well. That's a 16 gigs in your pocket card. We have a lot more of them over at our booth too, so stop by. So we're really trying to give customers choice. And Bing Maps, we favor here data, and what we do is we aggregate data from multiple data providers. The majority of our countries, we get data from here, but in countries like China, India, South Korea, Japan, and others, we will go and get data from the best of breed data provider in that region. With Azure Maps, they get all of their data from TomTom, so customers get choices between that. So yeah, for now, I think we're going to roll with 2 mapping products and give you those choices. And I know it can be a little bit confusing. Well, which one should I choose? Really depends on your needs. Good question, though. Any other questions for a prize? Yeah, we got a question over here.
So
I think it's on.
So the auto suggest feature, you said it's 10 transactions.
Yeah, 10 API calls cost you just one billable transaction.
So what's an API? So as the user is typing?
You would probably want to call it the API with each keystroke. So in that example where the user was typing Massachusetts, M-A-S-S, in your code you can decide how often you want to call. We recommend calling on every keystroke, but you could do every other keystroke or something like that, and you'll get suggestions back as they're typing. So the reason we arrived at 10 is we looked in our logs, and it looked like most sessions were 10 was sufficient to get the result the user was looking for. So that's how we kind of average that out. Most sessions, the suggestion will come up in about 5 keystrokes, so you may end up paying for even fewer transactions.
Zillow, once we get that, once the user chooses the element.
Could you hold the mic up?
Once the user chooses the right entry from the suggestions, we get the associated data, and we can use that to.
Yeah, exactly. You already will have it at that point. Once you got all of the data down in that JSON that came down when you made that call. So now when you see that they selected option number 2, you'll have all of the data for option number 2.
Okay, and that doesn't cost anything.
No.
Okay.
Nope. You already paid for the API call to get it. So, any other questions? All right, well, thank you so much and for coming out. And again, stop by our booth. And if you're interested in the mobile workforce, fleet management stuff, definitely come to our next session, which is at 2 o'clock. And that is in the West Theater, which is way far that way, out the hall and way down the hall. So thanks, everybody.